Hello everybody and welcome to week number 4 of the Race22.com Street Stock Series. It is week 4 as I said, and this week it's going to be a little bit different. On some dirt racing. This is my first ever dirt racing broadcast, so really exciting for me, and really excited to see these guys put on a good show for us. And on your screen, Trenton Sneed putting down his qualifying laps right now. About 2 minutes left in qualifying. Trenton gonna put it third on the board right now. Driving to the infield there. Got Cliff Mullins going on his qualifying lap. At Race22.com 37 machine. He'll put it fourth on the board.
Alright, most everybody is done qualifying, so this is...
Looks like Andrew Beach puts it ninth. Him and Nagel, pretty good dirt racer. Helps out with the SRL Dirt Series on Tuesday nights. He's no stranger to the dirty side of iRacing. What kind of lap time Damon can put down. About a minute left. It's going to be interesting to see if Blake Giglio makes a lap, puts in a quality lap. There he goes. Damon Nagel goes to the second on the board, 22.98, almost gets that pole position. He does have a second lap though. We'll see if he can improve on it. I think if it's the same format as the last few weeks, the top two should be able to skip the heat. Top two qualifiers. He does not improve on his lap, so he'll stay in second. And I think that's going to be it for our qualifiers. Blake Giglio, dirt sprint car series on iRacing Pro Driver. I think he's going to like to start in the back, get these guys a shot, because you know he's going to be fast once he gets out there on track. Qualifying finishing up right now. Matt Benke will be our pole sitter, 22.96. Really good lap. Only a few drivers breaking into that 22-second bracket. And our grid for heat number 1. It looks like, oh, there's going to be 2 heats tonight. So heat number 1 of 2. Ian Montrose is going to start on the pole for that. And Cliff Mullins is going to be starting on his outside. And Scott Elston and Nathan Lafayette starting in that second row. Adam Crozier and Blake Giglio are going to be the last row in the 6-car heat. Two up front having some fun with each other at the door. We're gonna make one lap around, and when we come back and get this green flag underway, a 10-lap heat. here we go. Getting ready to go green.
Green flag, 4.
And green flag is out. Down into turn 1 they go. Pretty clean through there. 3 wide in the back. Looks like my ticker might have frozen here. I'm so sorry about that. Just never wants to work for me. Yeah, looks like I fully lost it. Alright, so we're gonna have to do this one without the ticker showing up. Just have to go off our eyes. It's only 6 cars, should be able to do it. So out front right now, Ian Montrose. Alright, we got our tower up. There we go. Alright, Ian Montrose out front. Cliff Mullins about a half second behind him. Blake Giglio, as I said, he's starting in the back of this heat, but he's already worked his way up to 3rd. Knoxville, one of his strengths. Dirt racing, one of his strengths. We'll see him be pretty fast out here tonight. Scott Elston is in 4th place right now. Nathan Lafayette is 5th, and Adam Crozier around out the field is 6th at the moment. These guys all pretty close right now. We're going to hit 6 to go when we come by this time. Right on board with Blake. See what he's seeing. Oh, he's going passing Cliff Mullins at the moment. We'll take a look at that. There is. Blake moves up to the 2nd position. See if we can run down that leader of Ian Montrose with 5 laps to go, halfway through the heat. It's getting closer. Take a look at our last lap time there up on the tower. Blake was about 2/10 faster. That last time by the start-finish line. We'll see this time. Hitting 3 laps to go as they cross the line. Blake runs the exact same lap time. He'll be 3/10 faster. And Ian's got his work cut out for him if he wants to keep this lead in this heat. But this is only fighting for the 2nd row in the race. This should be for 3rd position. Blake down, it was inside. Ian got really wide there on the exit of 4. That's going to give the opportunity to Giglio on the inside. Bit of a pinch from the 1. He's able to keep that spot. 2 to go. Coming to the white flag this time. Still side by side. Down the front stretch, white flag. Blake Giglio not able to clear the 1 car yet. He'll try the slider in 1 and 2. That's going to give the 16 the lead for the moment. The 1's going to have to try the crossover. There he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to try the slide job into the corner. He tries it, but Giglio's got it covered. Out of turn 4, Blake Giglio will win heat number 1. Followed by Ian Montrose, Cliff Mullins, Scott Elston, Nathan Lafayette, and Adam Crozier. Alrighty, so that was heat number 1. We'll get our 2nd heat of the night. Get multiple heats. It's really exciting stuff. Love it. Alright, there's our grid for our 2nd heat. Trenton Sneed going to start on the pole for this heat. Quinn Newton in 2nd. Cody Cleaver in 3rd, Andrew Beach in 4th, and Brianna Lauren in 5th. What is going on with the 81? Oh, I think he had... Oh, it put him in the pits? Have to see what the driver's saying on the radio about that one. got our ticker back up top. Decided it was done, giving me problems. So yeah, it looks like Trenton Snead's gonna have to miss the initial start of this heat. It's not a big deal. It's not like you missed the show or anything in these. So at the very least, if he doesn't get a caution, he'll start in the back of the feature. Not a huge deal, but still sucks. I bet he wanted to get out there and race a little bit. So these leaders gonna make one more pace lap and we'll get going green here. 4 cars will probably be battling for the win of this heat number 2. Cody Cleaver going to lead us off now.
Green flag.
There's green flag. And turn 1 they go. Side by side, Trenton Snead going to be rolling out right now. Clean through 3 and 4. Off turn 4 down the front stretch. Cody Cleaver with a decent lead. Quinn Newton trying that second lane. Ooh, Cody caught the berm. That's one of those problems with Knoxville. If you get too low, you'll catch the berm. Your car will want to flip over. Speaking of flipping over, we had some issues in practice. We were seeing some drivers, they'd get up there. They'd get up toward the wall and the marbles and such, and the right sides would catch and the car would just flip over. Blake Iglio, one of the guys having problems most with that. And that's something we're going to have to look out for in the race as the track gets more worn in. Marbles start getting thicker up top. I think it's a really humid night here in Knoxville, so it's not helping the situation. And one of these guys run the second lane. That's more it's going to pack those marbles up top and open the top lane for him. But speaking right now, side by side for the lead, Quinn Newton trying his hardest to get around the 9 of Cleaver. Still side by side down the backstretch. Sorry, that was the front stretch. Here's the back stretch. Quinn Newton's able to take over that lead. Cody Cleaver's not giving up though. He's using that berm to his advantage, gave him a little bit of turn off the corner right there, and he's gonna try that slide job. Oh, he doors the 88 up to the wall. He just barely didn't clear him. Not too sure Quinn Newton in the 88 is too happy about that. If he can get back up to him, we might see something happen. Hopefully not. Cody Cleaver up to the lead. Andrew Beach just behind Quinn Newton, making the move on the outside. Side by side for second place. Cody Cleaver now driving away in that lead. Trent back here, he's still about 4 seconds behind those leaders. He needed a caution to come out somehow to be able to regain that time from starting the pits. But at the very least, he's getting some practice laps out there right now. Because dirt racing, you gotta. I don't think they're going to be resetting this track. So the more these guys run in this heat race, the more worn in this track's going to be, and the more practice you're going to want on that slick track. But Cody Cleaver coming to the white flag this time. But Newton just behind him, holding second. Andrew Beach is very loose off turn 4 right there. I am so backwards at this track. I cannot tell where we are. The grandstands look identical on both sides. I could never tell. So there's the white flag. Cody Cleaver still out front. He's off turn 4. Cody Cleaver going to win heat number 2.
Sorry about that, Quinn.
It's Quinn Newton, Andrew Beach, Brianna Warren, and Trent Sneed following up behind him in this 5-car heat. It should be feature time now. But first, we got to warm up.
And skip it.
This guy's going to be able to wear that track in even more. I know Blake will be one of those guys getting out there warming it up. Sure enough, first one out. And we do talk to Blake a lot, but I do want to get his input on how the track is out there. So while he's doing his warm-up, I'm going to in for an interview, see what he's thinking. Hey Blake, it's Luke's in the booth. Got me?
Talking of what going on?
Alright, well, what going on, man? It's, you looked pretty good out there in heat number 1. You had some speed. You know, you of all people I'd love to talk to about how this track is acting and how this car is, but what are you expecting here for this feature?
We saw in the heat. I think it's just gonna be if you hit the bottom good, you're gonna be good, and if you don't, you're gonna be bad. So
yeah, it's Mike Chris here in the booth, Blake.
Oh.
How do you feel about your chances in the feature?
I think we have a good hot rod. We got a good BTR motor under the hood. And our teammates not very hot, but I mean, other than that, we're doing pretty good.
Alright, well, thanks for talking to us, Blake. Hopefully you get wrecked out.
Half 4.
That was Blake. I do want to talk to our pole sitter in the 35, Matt Benke. We'll get a word with him here in a second. Hey Matt, it's Lucas and Mike in the booth. Got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you got the pole tonight, and you're looking really fast out there in qualifying. And you've been fast in this series all season. So, how are you feeling for this feature race?
Not so great, honestly. The track's going to change so much that I may lose a ton of time.
Yeah, we were talking with Blake. He's thinking that the bottom's going to be where you want to be throughout this race, but yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the track's going to change, and it's going to really bring out some tough racing here tonight, and everybody's going to be chasing lines. So just want to say good luck to you, and I guess we'll see you out there on track.
All right, thank you.
That was Matt Benke on the pole position.
I'd like to apologize to everybody. I had, you know, I was picked up from the airport a little late. You know, I was running a little behind, but we made it to the track.
Got that Uber driver out, getting you where you need to be.
Yeah, got the intern helping us out.
If Brianna
Alrighty, well, now that you're late, you got to do us the honors of getting this grid set up for us.
Put it driver.
Alright. Intern's still setting me up here, you know.
Gotcha.
Alright. We got Matt Benke on the pole. We got Damon. Yeah, what that name is? It Nagel?
David Nagel.
Nagel. Oh, we got Blake Giglio, former pro driver, 3. We got P4 Cody Cleaver. Rolling off 5th, Ian Montrose, Quinn Newton in 6th. 7th, we got Cliff Mullins next to his teammate Andrew Beach in 8th. We have Scott Elston and Brianna Lauren, 9 and 10. And Nathan Lafayette and Trent Sneed, 11 and 12. And running out your 13-car grid, Adam Crow.
Almost missed him. We did have 2 heats tonight, so that was fun to watch. Don't know if you caught that on your way into the track, but
I did. Yeah, I heard the cars ripping.
I'm super excited for this. We had some good heat racing. I don't think anybody got into any incidents, so really excited for this.
I'll say, you know, most weeks I think I'm a fairly decent color commentator. I think this week, though, don't know much about dirt racing, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna sound like Clint Boyer trying to commentate the Bristol dirt races.
Well,
I'm looking for that 16 Yoo-Hoo car to make a big slider here in the turn 1.
Oh,
but here we
sponsor
go.
This week. You got enough wins, you get that good sponsorship.
Green flag here in the Race22.com Street Stock Series. Down into turn 1 they go. Side by side. Through 1 and 2. Blake Giglio down to the inside of the 35. They're 3 wide off the 2. The 86 has to lift on the top. Oh, a blink from the 35. He's back. All right, we're good. 16 with a really good run on the bottom. 35, you said he was worried about the track change, and I think it's already getting to him. He had a really good qualifying run, but I think the track's a lot different than when he made his qualifying laps. But Blake Giglio out to the front of the field.
What's the fireworks like in here?
Matt Benke's pretty comfortably in second. David Nagel. Oh, he tried to get. Ooh, he tried to get to his inside. He had to lift really big off the corner. Fireworks are going crazy.
Big wreck!
In the back. The 86 of Nagel involved.
And he gets hit at the end. Oh,
plowed into by the 6 car. That's gonna be our first caution of the night.
What? And you know what's crazy? These cars look just fine.
Yeah, these dirt street stocks, they got that really good new damage model that iRacing has.
I can't see anything. These fireworks still flying.
Fireworks going off as we're under caution.
Goodness, Greg, you got smoke everywhere in the booth.
So I'll take a look back at what happened there. So the 86 is going to be one of those involved. I have to back it up even more. So you see, right on the bumper of the 35 into turn 3.
I am not able.
He's going to have to lift out of the throttle in the center.
Oh man, yeah, that 35 stacked him up, got real loose there.
And as he's coming back down, the 9 was just not ready for them to be 3 wide.
Yeah.
Or the 37 for that matter.
I'm looking into it.
And he got a pretty hefty hit on that left front. Looks like Adam Crozier taking it up that road.
Oh yeah, that thing might be a little broken.
86 is still out on track.
We do talk about it every week. These cars are a little different on dirt, but they're still pretty invincible. They're very hard to break.
Absolutely, and I don't know if I think am I reading that right? 80 laps tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a longer dirt race than I'm used to, but it is a difference. It's not quite a dirt series, so they're gonna do like oval links.
Well, and I mean, we're gonna talk about track changing. 80 laps. That's a lot of track changing right there.
Yeah, these cars tend to tear up the track a lot more than like a sprint car would, so I think we'll see a lot of slicking off here as the night goes on. And caution laps do count, so you look at that 80 lap number and say, oh no, we're going to be here all night.
Wait, you're choosing the inside.
Under caution, we've already ticked off 4 or 5 laps, so these guys get double foul. I think that's the front stretch. We're going green. Still having trouble telling it apart.
Good jump for the 1 car. 35 got real bogged down there in that start. Montrose has a good run on second. 35 still dropping back. Cliff Mullins fighting his for position. Boy, Newton getting his name in the mix here.
Cliff Mullins sitting in 30 and Montrose up to second. We saw him have a lot of speed in heat number 1.
88 with a bit of a slide job there, pulls it off. Oh, gets tagged.
37 caught the inside berm there. Really slowed him down a lot.
Oh, that just that shows you how much that berm will slow you down. That's wow.
Oh, contact with the 37.
Oh, it comes down into the 81.
Everybody keeps the 37 down a lot. The 81 able to slide job both of them. He takes over 4th.
Yeah, 35 rolled off good, but he's kind of struggling right now. Gwen Newton, big guy to watch here after P3. He seems really fast.
Yeah, he's running comparable lap times to our leader. Actually, faster that time by. So Quinn Newton, pretty good dirt racer as well. We see him in the Tuesday Night Sprint Car Series in SRL, and I think he's won a few over there. He's looking to win some more in the street stocks. But Blake Giglio, he's going to be tough competition.
Oh yeah,
he's out to a pretty big lead already.
Home track here for Quinn Newton too.
Yeah, Quinn, an Iowa resident. Knoxville, not one of his favorite tracks, so he has told me.
Yeah. He said he absolutely hates it in the trucks. So for whatever that's worth.
So Matt Banky in the 35 able to get back around Trent Sneed, take over the 4th position again. Trying to move back to 5th. David Nagel, we saw, had that incident at the start. He's up to 6th already, regaining that time. Andrew Beach is sitting at 7th. Cliff Mullins fell back to 8th in all those incidents. Cody Cleaver looking to get around those two right now. And Scott Elston rounded out your top 10. A few cars a little bit behind the pack, and they Brianna Warren, Nathan Lafayette, and Adam Crozier. Adam, unfortunately, I think went a lap down, fixed some damage. Go back up to the lead. Giglio out to a 2nd lead over Montrose. Quinn Newton running down that 1 car.
Going to be interesting to see. I mean, plenty of time here, but I mean, he does. You know, he wants to probably get by the 1 as quick as he can if he wants a good shot at Blake.
Definitely, and Blake is just. I mean, again, I am looking at it. Quinn is running faster lap times than Blake right now, but he's. Oh, that time they were even.
Now,
if he wants any chance, like you said, he's got to get around him.
We talk about different lanes, change. You know, everything changing and the track changing. As this run goes on, I mean, what do you think the best way to get around somebody is? It you build a run on the high side and slide job, or?
Well, as these cars continue to run on the bottom, it's just going to open up that top lane, push all the marbles up.
Do you think that'll make it harder to pass? Because you will have people harder to get to the inside to really make a move?
Well, we did interview Blake before the start, and he was saying that it's going to be bottom feeder for the majority of the race. When you have a bottom feeder track, it's really, really tough to pass.
Yeah. So that makes it especially, you know, you get your passes done early then, I guess.
Yeah, and you can see it. Entry to 3 right there is really slicked off, and that's going to take away even a slide job or a cut down. But Quinn does pull the cut down right there. He gets to the inside
that's not
of the
bad.
wall.
Now can he get in the good slide job here?
But he's
they're beating
he
the
doors him out of the way. It's really the only way to pass. It's dirty, but that's what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I mean, you know, that was just
I think we're
tight.
He does apologize over the video. Obviously not intentional, but it does give him the spot.
Well, you know, this track, these cars, that's kind of, you're going to lean on each other a lot here.
And now that the track's really getting slicked off, see turn 1's pretty slicked off too. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe some people try to go up a lane. Getting back here. I think I see Trent Sneed trying out those marbles, putting that right rear on it. Yeah, there he goes. He's using the 2nd lane on the racetrack.
Yeah. It's not as...
He's running comparable times to Blake Giglio right now, so maybe working out for him, getting up to that 2nd line.
And, you know, the more people that go up there, right? Like, the more it's going to maybe open up, right?
Definitely. The more you wear out, the more you sling those marbles up to the top. You build a berm up, and it's just going to open up that top lane more. But on the same token, the more guys that keep running the bottom, the more it's going to get slicked off, and the more it's going to turn into 1 lane on the top kind of racetrack. So fastest car on track right now. Looks like Quinn Newton 0.2 faster than Blake Giglio that last time. Our top 5 up on the ticker. Watch the gap between the 16 and the 88.
A lot of this could come down to how quick these guys can adapt to, you know, a change in track.
It looks like the 16 and the 88 both moving up a lane now, so you see that bottom is just completely gone.
Interesting.
Blake
kind of the
actually
opposite of what Blake thought.
Blake's way up the track. He's trying out that 2nd lane now. You didn't see it, but back in practice about a half hour ago, Blake was trying out that 2nd line, and you can already see it right there. His left front picked up so far off the ground, he flipped over.
Wow.
So we'll look
That's
on board with him right here. If he sends it in the corner, you'll see the left front lift off the ground right there.
Oh, man.
And if he cranks it too hard, it's going to flip the whole car over. So he's really got to be careful.
So much weight bearing down on that right side of the car.
But he is running really, he is 0.4 faster than the 88 right now.
Oh,
so that top
and
lane
you
is
look
working well.
Look and see what the 88's doing. He immediately followed him up there.
Oh,
'cause I think
I don't like the look of this. Every time he enters 3, it just gets... We're going to zoom in on it this next time. That left front is getting high up in the air.
Woo! Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you talk about on edge. Doesn't get more on edge
Oh,
than this.
Lordy.
Uh-oh. Chatter on the radio, we get trouble?
Zoomed in right there. Look at that left front tire. About 4 inches off the ground. And he's taking it easy, I can tell. He's making sure he doesn't flip. But if he gets too eager one of these times, that's going to spell trouble. But he has pulled a 2.5 second lead down the 88 just by doing that line. And Quinn's just not getting the hang of it, I think.
Yeah,
He's trying
Quinn,
his best.
yeah. Well, I think you saw, I caught a little bit of that last heat. Quinn seems like he's very comfortable when the bottom's open and when he's, you know, can run down there.
So you're seeing that slick is just getting higher and higher on the track. It's about half of turn 1 and 2 right now.
I mean, what are we going to see when that thing gets all the way to the top?
Only got about like 38 left.
Uh-oh. Chatter on the radio. Limited fuel for these guys.
I think that was Blake Giglio.
Yeah, 38 laps, he says.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to save fuel tonight.
Saving fuel. I don't think they're going to be able to save 12 laps.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out.
So green flag pit stops in a dirt race?
The old dirt race pit stops.
I do know, usually if race control encounters an issue like this, they'll just throw a caution halfway,
Yeah.
let everybody take some fuel and keep
I
their
do
spots.
think that would be wise. I mean, we're coming up to the halfway mark. Plus, it would create a chance for Blake to not win. So
Absolutely. He has pulled out to 4 seconds almost now.
I do wonder if they did group everybody back up together and kind of get everybody close. You know, people are going to have to run the bottom, right? Like, it could get a little hairy.
Blake's running that aggressive cut down line right there. He's also using that wall on entry to keep the car straight. He's pulling out all the dirt racing techniques right now.
You could hear these cars just scraping the wall.
And he was faster. Our second fastest guy on track was still 5/10 slower than Blake that last time. Half a second a lap.
Wow.
He has figured this car out.
Wow.
But the battle for third is still really exciting. Ian Montrose sitting in third, Matt Benke right behind him. Trenton Steed just behind them as well, and David Nagel will be the fourth in that little pack.
And so last year, this race was won by Cody Cleaver. And Eldora, the other dirt race, one of the other dirt races, was ran by Damon. So, you know, these guys are capable on the dirt.
Yeah, I think these guys just a little too committed to the bottom lane right now. I mean, Blake's so far out front, they probably can't even see him running that top lane.
Yeah. And Blake, yeah, that's... I mean, you could just see it run the top, cut down. Like, it's on point every lap.
Yeah. But the more he does that, I mean, it's just going to get faster for him. He's putting dirt up on the wall, and at Knoxville, that's all you need to have speed. Side by side for third place. Matt Benke to the inside of the one. Not able to complete that pass. 35 of 80 laps complete right now. We have 12 cars on the lead lap. 12 cars on track. Oh, side by side. I hear some wall contact back there. I don't know what Blake's doing, but it looks like his lap times were even with the 88 again that last time by. So I don't know if Quinn has sort of figured something out, or if that top line is fading. And there it is again, they're even again. So something has changed, I think. I think Blake's little cut down line, he can't get the run off the corner like he was. It's so slicked off. Quinn's not faster by any means, but he hasn't evened out with him. We're back 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. All still having a really good battle. Scott Elston has joined the party. And he's going to go to that outside. I'm sorry, that's not Scott Elston. That is Cody Cleaver. 3 wide. He tags the ball on the exit.
Oh, man, got rail shit a little bit there.
He's using that top lane to his advantage. Gets a really good run through the corner. He should be able to
really
clear both of those guys.
Yeah, that's you know, see these guys keep getting used to this track and the adjustments they need to make.
There he goes. That 9 car is moving right now. That top lane's working for him.
Yeah, he might be other than Blake, he might be the best guy, most comfortable up there right now. Although I say that and he immediately goes back down.
Quinn Newton faster than Blake that last time by.
Oh, Quinn looking good up there.
See what he's doing right on board.
Real high, let's see it loose, slide, and cuts it down. I mean, he has the benefit of falling right behind Blake, so I mean, he can see everything that's going on.
I would say right behind. Blake's about a whole turn in front of him at this point.
Well, yeah.
Turn 2. I think he's almost out of his vision at this point. Got to give Quinn a little bit more credit. Kind of figured it out on his own.
That's true, yeah. Although they are teammates, you know.
That is true.
Like, yeah, Blake could be telling them.
Blake does like to teach.
I did join their chat a little earlier, and during the heat, Blake was very aggressively giving tips to Quinn. So.
Define aggressively.
Just he got into Blake Giglio spotter mode. So. Anybody who doesn't know what that is, I don't know if you want to.
Adam, how's that feel situation?
So lap 43 now.
All I can say is
crossed
save as much
halfway
as
in
you
this
can.
race. Now remember, these
There you
guys
go.
still have to stop for fuel.
Now the admin did come on the radio there. He says, just save as much as you can to all the drivers.
All right, so we might see some green flag
You
down
have
here.
to start from the beginning of the
I don't
race.
think they're saving 12 laps.
Well, the 71, he did say that you have to start from the beginning of the run to save enough fuel.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's been having that in mind the whole time.
It looks like I mean, he's sitting 11th right now.
Interesting.
And I know he's faster than that, so I think he's been saving the. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know anything. You know about more than dirt. I mean, do you know anything about saving fuel in a dirt race? What that looks like?
Well, if you're running more than 71, that's what we got. You can hear him clutching it, shutting off the engine into the corner.
Yep.
Now he's really slow, but I think it takes so long to fuel these up. No matter how many laps down he goes, 1 or 2, he's going to make that up if those guys have to pit up for him. So, if this goes green, this might be the winning move we're witnessing right here in the 71 car.
That would be interesting. A fuel dirt race.
I mean, I could see saving 12 laps over an 80-lap run. I mean, you're pushing such high RPMs in the corner on a dirt race. If you just drive around at a slow pace, you could probably save so much fuel. But with how fast Blake's running, I mean, we still got 34 laps to go. He could lap him multiple times if he's running at that pace. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Oh, we have another battle for 3rd place again. Cody Cleaver's still trying to get around that 1 car. Actually, it looks like Cleaver might have fallen off again, because I swear he got by those guys just a little bit ago. And we did miss it. The 35 went down, I think, to take fuel.
Wow. Okay.
And he is only, I think, a lap down. Yes.
I mean, you could pit now and get fuel. I mean, I guess if you are going to pit, it wouldn't matter when you came in, but I would think just in case you would just want to go ahead and go all the way.
It only took him 21 seconds to come down and get
Okay,
enough to do it.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, I think that might be a better strategy.
Yeah, just take especially if you know how much fuel you need to take. It's interesting how straight these guys drive off the corner, I noticed.
Yeah, you really want to keep it because once you get unloaded and get off the banking, I know I'm saying banking and dirt racing, but there is some. When you get off the corner, you want to be straight so it doesn't just. So you're right on board with Blake and just show you what I'm talking about. You can see him. You hear him lift a little bit on the exit because the rears will just want to step out a little bit once he gets out of the turn and onto the slick. And you can see him using those marbles on the exit as well. Now, when I say the marbles, I'm talking about those little chunks of dirt that are a little bit darker than the slick. And they're just scattered around, and they'll give you a ton of grip if you can hit them right.
There he goes again.
And there's a pretty big berm built up on the exit, on the entry of the corner, and around the wall. So he's going to be trying to hit that every corner and put the right rear on it.
And I don't want to say these are simple things to drive, because I mean cars are obviously very difficult, but the concept is, it seems very clear. You throw the car really into the corner, let it really slide, and then come straight on exit.
You can see him driving that right over.
Yep.
Those almost. I mean,
there it
the
is.
humidity is so high. Those mountains. You can call them mountains. I mean, those things are.
Well, I would think, I mean... Oh, Quinn Newton!
Oh, really sideways.
Man! Yeah, he hit the brim there a lot. Really upset the car.
He's now 7 seconds behind Blake.
He was getting in a groove there for a little bit. I don't know if the track just kind of lost the track a little bit, but...
Yeah, he's still second fastest on track. Oh man, he is.
Oh man,
all
yeah,
over the place.
Could just be a thing of, settling down, trying to get back into a groove at this point.
Yeah, I think there's no chance he's catching the 16. He needs to just calm down and figure out a decent pace. And looks like Blake encountering the back of the field now. He's lapped all the way up to 7th place.
Oh man, another legal lap fest here.
Yeah, we saw it in the modifieds almost twice in the last 2 weeks.
Man, just the idea of getting these things onto pit road just sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, if you can make sure you cover that radio, and if we hear anybody else pitting and calling it out, we got to be on that. I want to see how it is.
I'll put the intern on that, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. To the back of this pack. He gets in the wall pretty hard right there. Oh man, that was really close. He could have gotten into the 71. But right there, that'll put the 71 2 laps down. I don't think he was expecting to go this far behind the 16 when he saved fuel.
Just for a reference here, got some more stats from Josh the intern. Last year's race at Knoxville, 8 cautions. So very different race here today. Something tells me they didn't come even close to green flag pit stops.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they were expecting them to go 60 laps green straight, and it looks like to the end of the race.
Yeah, and that race had 17 lead changes, so between 3 different leaders. So. That also didn't have Blake Giglio in the race, but...
Yeah, Blake, a pretty decorated dirt career in iRacing so far.
Oh, Trenton there, I think he said he's a little low. I'm not sure exactly how many laps he said.
Either said he's low on fuel or he's staying low. Not entirely sure. Keep an eye out, see if he goes down.
Oh yeah, okay, he just lets me by. Yeah.
You have to remember the 16 has to come down pit road at some point.
Yeah. As is the 88. Oh,
Caution!
and the yellow's out.
It's the 37, Cliff Mullins.
Oh man,
That changes everything.
it does. And who was it that we talked about that pit there?
The 35 was the only car that came down to pit.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
he should be able to wave around here. I'm guessing everybody will pit in front of him.
Yeah. And then we'll see. Of course, these guys that lap down, they have to pit as well to make it.
We've got like
Take a look at
That'll-
the incident with the 37 really quick. He's doing that cut down like we've seen so many people have been doing. But, oh, he gets tight in the center, and I'm guessing he
we're
hits the
doing a
wall.
green
Yeah,
light there.
oh!
Oh man.
Knoxville wall caught on.
Oh wow. That was a brutal pit.
Take one more look at it. Yeah, just the worst spot on the wall to catch it. There's a little ripple. And there's really no car to catch the right side of it. It's just tires, so it probably just grabbed on and there it is. But we got people pitting, I think. Maybe not. 16 didn't come down.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I don't.
See, we got 16 laps to go in this race.
Think he can make it?
I'm not sure if it just wasn't open or if he's actually not pitting.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it looks like he's not.
Okay.
So that's gonna keep the 35 a lap down. Nobody else selects to pit. I think Cliff Mullins and Brianna Lauren going down for damage repair.
NASCAR's telling me somebody clocked it for not going green. Hope that's not you.
We were supposed to go green this time, but it has been delayed.
So you guys are what, 2 laps?
Yeah, I got about like a lap left of fuel.
I'm pretty good on that.
All right.
Good.
So pit road reporting. The low drag team says that they can't take fuel under caution.
Why is that?
That's all I got. I got that they can't take fuel under caution. That they wouldn't let them, or something. I don't know.
Interesting. So
I don't know what's going on with that, but
that puts the 35 in a race-winning position. He's the only one I think good on fuel, other than the 71 who is
yeah.
2 laps down. So I don't think he'll be too much of a factor.
Now they did say they were pretty adamant that they don't have enough. So I don't know if they could save enough and maybe think that they can make it, but.
Oh, the 35 also went 2 laps down. So it's this is going to shake out really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's come down with who saves fuel. But like I said, I'm not even sure they're even remotely close enough to save enough. So restart from delay. 88 rolling the top. 9 had a good move up on one there too. The third.
So I think I heard the 16 come over the radio saying 2 laps of fuel. I'm not entirely sure if I heard that right.
Interesting. Okay. Well, this is gonna. Oh man, both drivers in the wall.
I mean, they said they can't take fuel under yellow. They're gonna have to come like right now.
Yeah.
Take fuel.
I mean, it would make. I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if everybody knew that. And nobody decided it wasn't worth it to pit, or this is gonna get interesting.
I have not been this confused in a long time.
Now, how I wonder how can you get both of your laps back, being 2 laps down if the leaders pit, or is there not enough time?
I don't think there's enough time. I mean, the 35 was able to get enough fuel in 21 seconds earlier, so that's only about a lap.
Yeah.
So I mean, that could put them in a lucky dog position if the leaders do pit, but that's I think as far as they'll get.
Oh, Quinn on pit road. He's gone. Took it to the garage. Ran out of gas.
All right. Blake Giglio slow on the backstretch. I think he's out of fuel. I don't think he knows he can come down and take it under green.
Let's see what he does here.
He's not taking it to the pits.
Oh, he's gonna keep her out. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
I think there's some miscommunication on this low drag team. Because the 35
Yeah, I don't know.
definitely took fuel and is definitely good. The rest of the field is still out here driving. Not sure what their situation is.
Yeah, I think these guys might have been saving a little bit more than the low drag guys, but I still don't think they can make it. I'm not super confident saying they can make it either.
So yeah, the conversation then goes back to the 71 who we know.
And the yellow's out.
Caution for the 16. I think he's slow on the apron.
Yeah, he's out of fuel. He's gonna have to tow. He's gonna lose a lap, I believe, here at least, if he can get it to pit road.
Yeah, I'm
not sure why he didn't bring it down there.
Yeah, I
Just
don't.
pit.
I think he was under the assumption you couldn't take fuel at all.
Interesting.
Now, Cliff Mullins, I'm guessing, also took fuel when he went down for damage repair. Take his quick repair. I think everybody good on fuel is 2 laps behind the leader, and is a lap behind people who aren't good on fuel.
Blake, you can either take the car off
So
the
they're
track
gonna have to
or
run out, or those guys who are good. It's gonna work out really. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. We can't even really predict what's gonna happen.
Low drag. I just got confirmation. I don't think they knew they could take green flag fueling. So.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate. They
Yeah.
probably still had a good shot to win the race. They'd come down, but
Yeah, race officials, I think, warned the 16 there to get off the track.
yeah, I think that caution is interesting because on dirt, the caution laps don't count against your fuel. I don't know if that translates to street stocks with caution laps counting. I think it should. So this caution extension by the 16 could have just given someone in the top 5 a win by saving fuel.
Interesting. Boy, and just like that, you know, the 9 car, the winner last year, has a chance to win this year, defend his win.
Yeah, if he's good on fuel, he's in a really good spot. He's been really fast all night.
Yeah, I think it miscommunicated. I mean, are we absolutely certain the 35 was able to take fuel?
I didn't hear him say anything after he pits. I'm guessing it went successfully.
The low drag boys, they were very adamant you couldn't fuel in these cars. So I don't know.
Green flag, stand on that
Interesting.
line.
But I don't know how, if they were just running it that much harder, that they ran out of fuel. I don't understand that either, really. I mean, I don't think they were saving very hard, but with a one huge run on the top, Ian Montrose.
Montrose to the lead.
81 on the top. He's testing. He's gonna get a good run.
The question is still the fuel. We saw the 16 to 88 run out about 10 laps ago.
But
So-
and we saw the 81 earlier aggressively saving fuel. Him and the 71. 71's 2 laps down, but
yeah, the 81 I think we know is good.
yeah, I think the 81 is for sure good on fuel. He might be the only one we know for sure about.
I'm guessing we're gonna start seeing some people drop off in a lap.
Oh,
or two.
yeah, 81's gonna take this lead here if he keeps ripping that top.
He's running that top lane. He's just a little too low to get the full speed out of it.
And the one doing a good job on the bottom, but I don't think you can hold that top lane up that much.
They hit the white flag this time.
There we go.
I think the one might be out of fuel. He's really slow on the
yep,
bottom.
yep.
Yep, out of fuel. The one, Ian Montrose. Is the 81 good? White flag is out. He leads out of turn 2.
How about it? Nine threw it in there, but not gonna get it.
Checkered flag. Trenton Sneed's gonna get it on fuel mileage.
What a race!
It looks like the 9 just ran out at the line as well.
Wow.
Thanks,
Wow,
Damon.
that was not what I expected, but
that was a very
interesting
race. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your results on screen. Still waiting for the one to cross the line. He's getting the push from the 86.
No, not. I should have pulled it out. That was my bad.
So a bit of a Cars 1 moment here. Jimmy Johnson, Chase Elliott. And those two will cross the line 4th and 5th, respectively. But up to our winner tonight, Trenton Sneed in the 81. On fuel mileage. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Wow.
What a race.
And out of gas just as I pushed you over the line.
I think you could be out of fuel here too. Oh no,
See how
not
many burnouts he can do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Polish victory lap.
Oh yeah. First time it's been done on dirt, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll get our top 3 in. Start with our 3rd place, Nathan Lafayette. Hey Nathan, it's Lucas and Mike in the booth. Got us?
I copy you.
Well, yeah, you had a good run tonight, and it was a bit of an interesting race. It went green for probably 65, 70 laps there, and ultimately came down to fuel mileage. And I don't know what you were doing during the race to make it go the distance or what went into it, but I was hoping you could shed some light on it and tell us how your race went.
Yeah, it was interesting. We realized pretty quickly that there was something happened and we didn't have full fuel like we were supposed to, so we were saving basically right from the beginning, and I was running like half throttle for some of those laps. I got lapped pretty easily by Blake there because he was kind of going all out, and I knew he couldn't make it, so it's like, well, just keep saving fuel because they're all going to run out. You'll get your laps back at the end, and it all kind of worked out. A good turnout for the team here.
Absolutely. It was a really good run for you, and congrats on that 3rd place. Mike, you got any questions for him?
Man, so were you just clutching it really hard to save fuel? I mean, did you have to feel like you had to do anything in particular on dirt?
No, I did clutch it a little bit on those late cautions, but I was good at that point. I was actually just running like half throttle, even on the straight. I was just not giving it full gas and letting off in the corners, just kind of letting the slick rotate the car instead of using the gas to rotate the car. And yeah, we just saving everywhere I could find it, getting off the throttle.
All right.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for joining us here. You got any other words or shout-outs?
Just thanks to the Chance to Extreme team. Good finish. We got the win with Trenton, and I got a 3rd, so good showing for the team. Cliff ran well, so it's a good showing for the team.
All right, awesome. Well, congrats on the 3rd place again. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for broadcasting.
No problem. All right, get Cody Cleaver in here, our 2nd place finisher. Hey Cody, it's Lucas and Mike in the booth. Got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, good 2nd place finish tonight. Just a second behind that 81, but talked to Nathan about it. It was a very interesting race. Went green for 60, 70 laps, and came down to fuel mileage. What were you doing to make that car go the distance, and what were you thinking there at the end when that caution came out?
I mean, a little bit conflicted because I kind of wish that we had the tank to go to the end from the beginning, but I understand that's a limitation of everything. As far as what I was doing is running the bottom, being off the throttle as long as I could, just to try and take the shortest way around and save fuel the most, because towards the end there, the top was by far where you needed to be if you wanted to be fast, but I wanted to make it to the end, so I was just running the bottom and trying to save as much as I can. About played it perfectly, ran out just as we crossed the line, but Trenton had the fuel at the end to actually go fast.
Yeah, we saw, it seemed like the C2X guys were really saving hard. We saw his teammate in the 71 just fall back 2 laps. He was saving so hard, and Trenton fell back pretty far as well. We weren't sure what was going on with the field there halfway through, but I think we got our answer now. Everybody was trying to save and make it there, but yeah, it was exciting to watch. Never see a dirt race go down to fuel mileage. Something different. And, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a first for me.
Yeah, same here. But, you know, other than that, Mike, you got any questions for him?
So you absolutely could. Do you know, like, you weren't able to take fuel at any point? Like, there was just no way?
Yeah. Yeah, so we were, like, Ian and I were in our chat testing it, and every single time that we tried to press, like, begin fuel, the arrow and everything would just not show up. So there's no way to physically check fuel.
Interesting. We were under the impression you could check it somehow and get fuel, and that's why the 35 went down, but now we see why the 16 and the 88 had to park it. They couldn't get any more fuel out of it.
Yeah.
So that answers a lot of our questions for sure.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that they were both going to run out just by the end of that first yellow flag that came out. I saw that Quinn had a 10-second lead on us. It's like, oh, they must not be saving at all.
Yeah,
so,
we saw them running the top the whole race. We couldn't figure out why nobody was going up there with them. And it all makes sense now.
Yeah, because I valued more being off the throttle than on the throttle for this race. Not often you have to say that.
Yeah, definitely a different race. But I think it was still exciting to watch, and you got that second place. But other than that, you got any other words or shout-outs for us?
Shout out. Thanks for you guys for broadcasting it. I know this series has not often been broadcasted before, so thank you guys for stepping up to that. Thanks to the guys in Blockbuster, chilling tonight, and thanks to Adam for putting on the show.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. Appreciate the kind words. We'll see you next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That was our second place finisher, and we'll bring in our winner tonight, Trenton Sneed, that 81 machine. Hey, Trenton, it's Lucas and Mike. Got us.
Let's go!
All right. Well, I mean, you got it done. You know, I don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think of you as the greatest dirt racer out there. But man, you put on a clinic tonight. You made that fuel mileage work, and you made that car go real fast there at the end. How was that race for you?
iRacing screwed me. It kind of got rid of my force feedback on the heat, and I quickly try to rejoin or back out, turn it on or turn it off and on again, but it didn't let me regrid, so that screwed me there. I think I had a top 3 car in speed, but kind of being in the back, had to work my way through, and until the track really slicked off, you couldn't really pass. And then on about, I'd say, lap 30, 35, just before halfway is whenever Beach and them had already started saving, and I was kind of trying to find my way around the 35, and I was like, okay, well, I know Blake and Quinn ain't saving, so I'm just going to run the bottom and see if I end up having enough gas, which I did. When that yellow came out, I had about 2 laps to the good, and I was like, all right, we're going for it. I'm not the best dirt driver, but it's not like it's my first race on dirt either, and I was able to get around them, and finally got me one in Sidewinder, and finally got me one on dirt.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the first ever fuel mileage dirt race you've ever been a part of.
Oh hell yeah! Actually, from a racing standpoint, yes. From a broadcasting standpoint, no.
Interesting. This is a first for me. I didn't think this was even possible.
Well, we had that
I've
long.
seen it a number of times. I figured everyone. We were kind of figuring they'd catch on. I mean, it wasn't supposed to happen, but we made that clear. Or people kind of pointed out, it's like, hey, you can't refuel the car. You can save enough fuel. I've watched it be done before. All you have to do is just, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really slow down my pace too terribly much. I didn't lose too much ground from the guys in front of me on that green flag stint.
So you, your teammates, and everybody were talking about saving fuel. We had that long green flag run. How confident, like, if we never had any yellows, like, do you think you still would have made it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
I can't believe there was that big of a difference. I mean, we saw the 16 and the 88 peel off with 8 or 9 laps to go. That is just crazy to me that you guys saved
they
that
were
much.
hauling ass the entire time. They were running the outside.
Yeah, I think they had no clue about the fuel situation.
They did. And they just didn't really acknowledge it. They was just hoping, which it was discussed, you know. I said at first, just hell, call it on lap 60. By default, you do a 60-lap tank. But it's like, no, you can save. It's very much possible. So we just kind of brought the pace down. Beach, the others, they did it a little too much, unfortunately, kind of went a lap down. I mean, I did too, right at the very end before that yellow came out. I got the lucky dog. But
yeah.
It was definitely possible. I even had gas in the tank to go do some burnouts.
We went through a lot of questions there during that race. At first we were like, wow, Blake's pulling out a huge lead. He must be way better than everybody. Nobody's going to the top. They have no idea. No, you guys were intentionally staying on the bottom. You had it all figured out. And I think the 16 and the 88 were the ones that were kind of up there, not really doing the right strategy.
They're pissed, which I understand. I'd be too. I mean, hell, I think Blake even said if nothing's done, he's not coming back. But I mean, a good portion of us finished.
Yeah, it was. I think it changed the entire race, and it was awesome to watch. Because I think under normal circumstances, we probably would have just gone green or had a few yellows. Typical dirt race. It was really cool to see something else, and you played that strategy completely right. You did everything you needed to do, and you got that win tonight. So, congrats to you on that. And I mean, I guess unless you got any other words for us.
My sponsor shout-outs, first and foremost, I dedicate this victory to Coach Slapnuts, Blazing Bow Cairo. He is the one that taught me and Andrew, and even Harry to an extent, how to run dirt. He tried to teach us for about a year and a half, running a couple different leagues, and we got close so many times. But I think Harry got one, but me and Beach never got a win in it. I don't know how many second places I got. But this right here, this is for Bo. He's one that taught me how to run. He's the one that taught me a little bit on fuel saving on dirt. So big shout out to him and STC Imperium Racing, BCR Sim Products. That's where STC and BCR comes from, is from the dirt side, from Bo teaching me how to run dirt. I think Trian Technologies. If you want security, access control, or video surveillance, go to trianusa.com. Tell them Trent sent you. Sneed Tombstone Game Farm. CTC Broadcasting Network. You and Mike Chris Broadcasting. Old DG Swiss, when he broadcasts the majority of Sidewinder, I run a Dysautonomia ribbon on all my cars. C2X, Chance to Extreme Motorsports. Got to thank Cliff, Beach, Crozier, Nathan Lafayette, D-Waddy. There's a couple others, Jeff, Harold, and if there's any others I'm forgetting, I apologize. But my family for watching. I know Mom, my sister, and my niece for watching tonight. So Whitley, Uncle Bubba got another one, once again at the cost of Blake. So that's kind of funny. And on behalf of Cliff and his son, Cliff, your son, here's your shout out for him. I kind of forgot his name, unfortunately. I think it's Jaron. I did this one for your papa as well, so there we go.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it. You go celebrate that win with your team. We'll maybe see you next week at Bristol.
I guess I have to now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to defend that win.
Hell, I finally got one. Career win number 2 in Sidewinder. In classic me fashion, it came with the whole field in some sort dying behind me. And on fuel economy as well, except I didn't have you to push me on under caution. I did this one by myself.
You got a Danica win.
Hey, I got more wins than her now.
There you go. All right. Well, once again, thanks for joining us. Congrats on that win. We'll see you.
Yeet.
So
I'll tell you what. CTCRN, man, expect the unexpected here.
Absolutely, and we've been talking to Trenton a lot on the network recently. Won that CTC Cup race. Yeah. He's gotten a lot of top 3s recently, and he's I think he's really working up to.
Yeah,
dominating
I
these races.
jokingly said it the other day, but I kind of mean it. Like, if there was a most improved driver award, it's Trenton Sneed, man. He's so consistent. And not that he wasn't before, but he's just improving every week.
Yeah, he steps out of the booth when he was definitely the best broadcaster I've known, and comes in and he's turning into the best racer I know. So it's awesome. And I do want to take it one more driver in. I have a special request from Blake. We're gonna just catch up with him in the garage really quick. We're not gonna let him get too far off subject here. We're gonna let him talk for a little bit. Hey Blake,
well,
how's it going?
From the garage.
How's it going?
What do you got for us here?
Not much.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Blake. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, that was week 4 in Knoxville, and I don't think there's much else to say.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh no, he left. Well, I was gonna say, I think I might have an inkling of what happened here. I don't think those BGR engines have good fuel mileage.
Oh, that's, you know what? It's got to be it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll have to send in a message to that BGR motors department. I think I'm gonna be picking up some low time motors there from C2X soon, and
there you go.
That's that's gonna be it. So, well, thanks for joining us, everybody. It was an awesome race, and I'm glad everybody got to see it. But that's gonna do it for me, Lucas Hoitzma, and Mike Christopher here in the booth tonight. We'll see you next week for Bristol Motor Speedway and the modified race on Tuesday coming up. But if you want to get in on the action and race for yourself, join Sidewinder Racing Leagues, join the Discord, go to dgsracing.com, all that shindig. And that's gonna do it for us tonight. And that's going to be the end of the broadcast, so get out.